Welcome to the English Mood Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Mood Podcast. I'm Nora.
And I'm Brian.
What if I told you that some people improve their English faster when they're completely alone?
No teacher, no partner, no classroom.
Just a phone, a voice, and the right method.
And honestly, most English learners are wasting months, sometimes years, because nobody taught them how to practice alone correctly.
They watch videos. They memorize vocabulary. They study grammar. But when it's time to speak, their brain freezes.
If that sounds familiar, this episode might completely change the way you learn English.
And before we start, quick favor. If these episodes help you improve your English, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications.
It helps this channel reach more learners around the world and helps us keep making episodes like this.
Okay, Brian, let me ask you something. What's the biggest lie English learners believe?
I need someone to practice with.
Exactly. People think they can't improve unless they have a native speaker friend, or expensive classes, or the perfect environment.
But research on language learning actually shows something interesting. The best learners are usually the people who practice consistently, not perfectly.
And practicing alone can actually be powerful because there's no pressure. Nobody is judging you. Nobody is waiting for you. You can repeat things 100 times if you want.
You know what's funny? A lot of learners are afraid to talk to themselves in English.
Yeah, they think it's weird.
But athletes do this. Actors do this. Public speakers do this. Why shouldn't language learners do it too?
Exactly. Talking to yourself is one of the fastest ways to build fluency. But there's a right way to do it. Not random words. Not, hello, how are you? I am fine, thank you. Real thoughts.
For example, when you wake up in the morning, don't immediately think in your native language. Start with small English thoughts. I'm tired. I need coffee. I don't want to get out of bed.
Honestly, that last one is me every morning.
Same. But that tiny habit trains your brain to stop translating. And that's a huge step toward fluency.
And here's something important. You do not need perfect grammar when you practice alone. Actually, trying to be perfect all the time is one of the biggest reasons that people never become confident speakers.
Because your brain gets busy checking grammar instead of communicating. And real conversations don't work like that. Native speakers make mistakes too.
Okay, here's another technique that changed my pronunciation completely. That is shadowing.
Oh yes, this one is powerful.
If you've never heard of it before, shadowing means listening to a native speaker and repeating what they say almost at the same time. Like an echo.
Not 5 seconds later. Not after the sentence finishes. Immediately.
But after a few days, something crazy happens. Your mouth starts copying the rhythm of English naturally. Your pronunciation improves. Your speaking speed improves. Even your confidence improves.
And if you want to practice shadowing, we have lots of shadowing practice in our channel. Just check them out and practice.
And here's a mistake a lot of learners make. They only consume English. They watch Netflix. They watch YouTube. They listen to podcasts all day. But they never respond.
Yeah, that's like watching cooking videos every day and expecting to become a chef. At some point, you have to cook.
Exactly. Your brain needs output. You need to produce language. Even if it's messy. Even if it's slow.
Here's a challenge for everyone listening right now. After this episode ends, pause for 2 minutes and summarize this episode out loud in English. Don't write it. Don't translate it. Just speak.
And don't worry if your English isn't perfect. The goal is communication, not perfection.
You know something interesting? A lot of studies on memory show that active recall helps people learn faster.
Which basically means your brain remembers things better when you actively use them, not when you passively consume them.
That's why speaking is so important. Every time that you struggle to remember a word, your brain gets stronger.
Actually, struggling is part of learning. And I think a lot of learners don't realize that.
Yeah, they think, oh no, I forgot a word. My English is bad. No, that struggle is literally your brain building connections.
Okay, Brian, let's talk about one of the biggest problems. Fear.
Oh yes, the fear of sounding stupid, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of embarrassing yourself.
And honestly, that fear becomes smaller when you practice alone. Because nobody's watching. You can experiment. You can sound awkward. You can fail safely.
Actually, I think recording yourself is one of the best things you can do.
I know people hate hearing their own voice, but it works.
The first time you record yourself speaking English, it's painful. You notice every mistake, every weird pronunciation, every awkward pause.
But that awareness is powerful, because now you know what to improve.
And here's another tip that helped me a lot. Stop trying to sound advanced.
Yes, this is so important. People learn one complicated word, and suddenly they try to sound like a university professor.
Meanwhile, native speakers usually speak simply, clearly, and naturally.
Simple English spoken confidently sounds way better than complicated English spoken nervously.
That's right.
By the way, if you're still listening right now, that means you're serious about improving your English. And we just want to say thank you for being here. Okay, let's make this practical. Imagine you only have 20 minutes a day. What should you do?
Easy. 5 minutes listening, 5 minutes shadowing, 5 minutes speaking, and 5 minutes reviewing mistakes. That's it.
You do not need 6 hours a day. Consistency beats intensity.
And honestly, the biggest difference between fluent learners and stuck learners isn't talent. It's consistency.
The fluent learner practices even when they don't feel motivated. The stuck learner waits for motivation.
And motivation comes after action most of the time, not before.
So if you're listening to this and thinking, my English isn't good enough yet, that's okay. You don't become confident first and then start speaking. You speak first, and confidence comes later.
And remember this, you do not need permission to practice English. You can start today, in your room, on your phone, during a walk, in your car, anywhere.
One day, the sentences that feel difficult today will feel automatic. One day, you'll speak without translating. One day, English will start feeling natural, but only if you keep going.
And trust me, small daily practice is much more powerful than one giant study session once a month.
All right, guys, that's it for today's episode. We really hope this helped you feel more confident about practicing English alone.
And if it did, subscribe to English Mood Podcast for more episodes like this every week.
And tell us in the comments, what's your favorite way to practice English alone?
We read all your comments, and sometimes your ideas become future episodes.
Thanks for spending time with us today.
Keep practicing, keep improving, And most importantly, don't be afraid to speak. See you in the next episode.
Bye for now.